you spoke about Brahm Baba. Was his name Brahm, or is there something with the god Brahma?
No, name was Dada Lekhraj. His original name was Dada Lekhraj. And then when Paramatma gave this Gyan, Brahma means creation. So we are in the process of creating new sanskars for a new world. See, January 22nd, when the Ram Mandir was inaugurated, what did the Prime Minister of the country say? कि हमें भारत में राम राज्य लाना है, right? तो राम राज्य कैसे आएगा भारत में? How is it going to come? What do we mean by saying Ram Rajya लाना है? Ram Rajya means स्वर्णिम भारत. स्वर्णिम भारत जो था, वो स्वर्णिम भारत फिर से आना है. So how is स्वर्णिम भारत going to come? स्वर्णिम भारत will come only with those sanskars, na? स्वर्णिम भारत doesn't get created by outer progress. There is a spiritual law. संस्कार से संसार बनता है. Forget the world. Go to your house. Just look at your home. Would you call your home heaven or hell based on how beautiful it is?
No.
How big it is? No. It will depend on what's the quality of the energy in the house. What is the state of the minds of the people in the house? What is the quality of the relationship in the house? तो आज भी अगर किसी के घर में ना रिश्ते बहुत अच्छे हैं और सब कुछ अच्छा है, हम कहते हैं इनके घर में ना स्वर्ग लगा हुआ है. And in some houses if there's a lot of chaos and conflict, कहते हैं इनके घर में ना नर्क लगा हुआ है. तो स्वर्ग और नर्क, which means स्वर्णिम भारत या कलयुगी अभी जो चल रही है दुनिया, it is based on sanskars. So if we want to change the sansar, it has to start from the sanskar. So that is the knowledge that we are studying here. Changing our sanskars from काम, क्रोध, लोभ, मोह, अहंकार, ईर्ष्या, द्वेष, नफरत, which means all our so-called normal emotions of today, shifting to purity, peace, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, unity.
So did Lekhraj ji think that these sanskars are what prevented the world wars from annihilating humanity?
It is not his knowledge. He knew nothing.
Okay.
He knew nothing. That's what I said. He's the first student. He knew nothing. He himself was like, who's teaching all this? So he was a student just like those other 300 there with him.
So you don't read his pravachan or
Not
anything?
his.
Okay.
He was just the instrument. I said he was studying.
Huh.
It was just like, suppose I am sharing now, or I was sharing on the awakening program. So people will think I am saying it. But it's not my knowledge. I knew nothing.
Okay.
I knew nothing. So I will never take credit for even one word of it. So I've learned from there. He also learned.
From where?
So I have learned from the Murlis, Vodo Pravachan, which we get written. But when it was being read out the first time, he was only being used as an instrument and that information was just coming out through him.
Murli, as in flute?
Yeah, we call it Murli, but the Gyan ki Murli hai.
Acha.
So we call those spiritual versions. Even today we study only those.
Is it in written form?
It's in written form.
It's in written form. So now explain to me who is the God? Who is...
Nirakar,
I've heard that Shiv Baba bhi...
So Nirakar Paramatma. God is one. See, who is the God jab hum kehte hain na? Because we have started believing there are many gods. No, but there are not many gods. God is one. There are many Devi Devtas. देवी देवता बहुत सारे हैं. श्री राम जी, श्री कृष्ण जी, श्री विष्णु जी, गणेश जी, ये सब देवी देवता हैं. दे आर डेटीज, राइट? तो देवी देवता बहुत सारे होते हैं. परमात्मा, परमात्मा ही नहीं होता ना, परमात्मा होता है. एंड परमात्मा एक होता है. एंड देन इट डजंट मैटर whether I am a Hindu or a Muslim or a Christian or a Buddhist or anything. Every religion will say God is one. God is energy. God is light. Nirakar. No sakar form. Devi Devtas, sakar form, which means a physical body form. Paramatma. मैं आत्मा हूँ, energy. Paramatma also energy. So Paramatma was giving the Gyan through him and he was also studying and then we are also all studying.
So when you have people coming to you, it doesn't matter कि वो हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई कोई भी हो, ब्रह्म कुमारी बन सकते?
Everyone is here in the organization, all religions. Even when we are now in 137 countries, different religions, different nationalities, different cultures. It's spiritual knowledge. Nobody is leaving their religion. So those who are Hindus, those who are Muslims, those who are Christians. And
they can worship, they can do their religious practices along with the spiritual?
This is only meditation.
Okay.
Meditation and spiritual study. Spiritual study of how to become what my potential is.
Shivani ji, don't they come into conflict if there is a girl who's a Muslim, who's been taught to worship in a particular manner, who's been told that God is this person, and then you say कि निराकार है, and you say meditation या energy आपको बैठ के मिलेगी, उसको सिखाया जाता है कि ऐसे हाथ उठाने हैं, ऐसे प्रे करना है, you will prostrate only before a particular god and there's only one god. फिर
Yeah.
conflict नहीं आते?
You know, the beautiful part is, I have not studied other religions, but every time people of other religions come here and they start studying the spiritual principles, they say, अरे हमारे religion पे तो यही लिखा हुआ है exactly सब कुछ. Because actually, what are the core principles of religion? What are the core principles of every religion? And if you see, every prophet, what did they come to teach us? So, अगर आप सृष्टि चक्र को देखेंगे ना, it become very beautiful. देखो हम स्वास्तिक बनाते हैं, आपने स्वास्तिक देखा ना, हम स्वास्तिक बनाते हैं, 4 भाग होते हैं. They are 4 equal parts. They actually symbolize this world cycle, the cycle of time. Like we have morning, afternoon, evening, night. It's cyclic. Spring, summer, autumn, winter, cyclic. There's a bigger cycle. And that cycle is Satyug, Treta Yug, Dwapar Yug, Kal Yug. 4 parts. So Satyug, Treta Yug means the perfect world, what we call Swarnim Bharat, what we're saying Ram Rajya. फिर धीरे धीरे, and वो राज्य में कौन था? सत्युग त्रेता युग में divine souls. What is actually the Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam? So Satyug Treta Yuga are Devi Devtas. The civilization is Devi Devtas. Devi Devtas not worshipped as God. They were like here, living on the planet. From Dwapar Yuga, so which means when the evening starts, soul power starts depleting. Then when I start losing my purity, I look up to my ancestors. I look up to my ancestors who were pure and perfect. And I start putting photos, statues, like we would put today even of our grandparents. आज भी हर परिवार कहता है हमारी एक कुल देवी है, कुल देवता है. कहते हैं, what is the meaning of that? कुल देवी, कुल देवता means they are our ancestors. So we belong to their family. So Adi Sanatan Devi Devta Dharam is actually a civilization. It is not a religion. It is not a religion. It is a civilization. Then when copper age starts, that is from Dwapar Yuga, and society starts disintegrating because these vices start creeping in, that is when prophets come onto this planet, and each one comes and says, we are one family. Peace is our religion, love is our religion, unity is our religion, God is one. God is light. If we had to just take up their teaching, we would all be united today. But as it is our human nature, no? More than the teaching, we connected to the teacher.
Correct.
And because teachers were different, so we said, you and me are different. So if you were listening and studying to what Jesus Christ said, then I would say you and I are different. But if we just took the teachings of what everybody said, we would have said, you are a soul, I am a soul, we are one family, Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam.
It's the harder thing to do.
It's actually the simpler thing to do. It is simpler. So religion actually was not creating a religion. They were actually teaching us the religion of the soul. What is dharam?
You keep saying religion of the soul. Why do you do that? Most people, when they say soul yahan.
Soul yahan nahi. Where do you think? Where do you feel? Here.
दिमाग
Energy. दिमाग से नहीं, मन से.
तो मन यहाँ?
हाँ, मन यहाँ है ना. आप जब सोचते हो आपको दर्द यहाँ होता है जब स्ट्रेस होता है?
नहीं.
नहीं, यहाँ होता है. टेंशन भी यहाँ होती है. चिंता भी यहाँ होती है. That's the energy who's creating all the emotions. The energy who's creating all the emotions. Those emotions are then radiated to the brain. That brain is dimag. Man is not dimag. Mind is the energy. It reaches the brain. Then the brain brings it into action through this body. So it's here. जहाँ आप बिंदी लगाई है ना वहाँ. इसीलिए बिंदी लगाई जाती है.
Energy.
इसीलिए तिलक लगाया जाता है. तिलक is actually when we go to the मंदिर, हम पहले ऐसे तिलक लगाते हैं. To remember, मैं आत्मा हूँ. And then ही अंदर, और बाहर क्या करते हैं? We remove our shoes, our leather products, which means ये body जो चमड़ी है, इसकी consciousness को बाहर रखो पहले. मैं आत्मा हूँ. And फिर ही परमात्मा से connect कर सकेंगे. Now this is spirituality. But when I did not know all this, then for me it would only mean keep your chappals outside.
The
है ना?
rituals which,
हाँ, so ritual is very important, but we should know the meaning behind the ritual. So I should know that I have to keep body consciousness outside, not just my chappal and my purse and my belt outside.
what is associated with it?
With leather, no, it's leather. And then I should know that I'm not just applying a tilak. I have to create my consciousness that I am a soul talking to another soul. And then I will be able to connect to the Supreme Soul, Paramatma.
When did you get to know about this? When was it that you felt कि मुझे कुछ, I have to seek something?
No, I was not seeking anything.
Really?
Actually,
Okay.
I was not seeking anything.
Tell me your story.
My
How?
mother
When?
started coming here.
Achha.
And then you know how it is normally talking about it at home and all. But I thought my life was perfect.
Your
because
mother was a housewife?
Yes, a housewife.
Homemaker.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is about 30 years back.
जी.
So I was doing my engineering that time. And
कहाँ engineering and कहाँ spiritualism, right? You're a science student.
Yeah.
And yet.
It makes it all the more interesting.
Yes.
Yes, because then whatever I learn, then I look at it very logically, try to analyze it, discern it. I'm not able to just take it as it is. And that's what took me very long also.
कि किसी ने कहा तो.
हाँ, वो मेरे से होता नहीं है. So I'm quite...
So how old were you?
When that time? 24, 25, yeah, 23, 24. 20. When she started going, I must be 20, 21. But I didn't agree to come.
Achha.
So she would talk about it at home. I found it like all very strange. I even told my father, stop her from going there. Where is she going? Why are you allowing her to go there? And but I think just her transformation and the vibrations she was radiating in the house just by being there and her meditation. And now I understand. I didn't understand then. It was her vibrations while she was cooking. So very soon, the rest of the three of us in the house were like, okay, humko bhi jana hai. We also want to see what this is all about.
That's your brother, your father,
My father,
and you.
Me, yes.
Okay. You feel that the vibrations in what she was doing?
In the vibrations in the food will change people's minds. Jaisa an, vaisa man is not a statement, it's a power. And now after 27 years, I've seen so much with it, that power. The person cooking for you can change your destiny. That's the power it is. And that's why I keep telling parents, cook for your children. Or at least take care of who's cooking for your children. And at least take care that you eat home food more often and not just sit at home and keep ordering food from outside.
I'm going to get into the food and the dietary aspect soon because I want to understand, because many of your pravachans, you talk about prasad. So I'm going to come to that. But first, let me come back to your story. So you went there and what was your first...
I liked it there.
It?
Yeah. I liked it there. But... it was good. It was nice. But some things I couldn't understand logically. So again, that engineering background, scientific, or just my way of thinking, I needed a logical explanation for everything. So that sister, I remember distinctly, she told me, Paramatma यहाँ पढ़ाते. And I was like, okay, आप proof करो. She said, नहीं, proof नहीं कर सकती मैं. I said, तो फिर how will I agree to this like this? So I had so I spent couple of years just in this whole thing.
It was your first exposure to spiritualism कि घर में और कोई
ना,
बाबा
कुछ भी नहीं. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Now this is in Pune that
yes.
This happened.
Right.
And you're talking how many years ago?
This will be about 30 years back.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how old were you then?
That time 22.
No pressure on you to get married?
Yeah, that's what happened. No? Then after that. So when I was, I was going there with her, liking it, but still not understanding everything and definitely not doing it the way I should be doing it to understand it. So one of the days the sister says, she said, आप करके देखो. I said, आप prove ही नहीं कर रहे मुझे. So I'm not getting that feeling of even wanting to try it like करके. And in this process, by the time I had reached 25, and then my grandparents came. And my grandfather is from Pakistan, so he knew everything about this organization, not in a positive manner at all. So he was very against the whole idea.
कहाँ से आए?
They used to stay in Chandigarh.
Okay.
So they came to Pune and they told my mother, don't spoil the children's life. Don't do all this. And so they told me, you have to decide what you want to do. I said, what do I have to do? They said, get married or get surrendered. I said, surrendered where? So they said, at the center. I said, no, why should I get surrendered? Because I had not even started going. So how can I get surrendered? So they meant you are 25, you have to take a call. What do you want to do? So I just said, okay, get married. I was like, it didn't take me 1 minute also to think because the other option was not there for me because I had yet not even experienced that life. So I said, okay, get married. So they said, okay, fine. And they were there and everything was done and everything was fixed. Sab kuch ho gaya tha.
And your husband knew that this was the choice before you?
What?
That या तो आप ब्रह्म कुमारी बन जाओ.
Because my grandparents were like, this is the age. So
Surrendered का मतलब become a nun.
surrendered matlab those who stay at the center, na?
मतलब because that means celibacy, vegetarianism, all जो rules
Basically
हैं.
taking care of the center and doing seva.
हाँ, but those are the preconditions, right?
Preconditions of those staying in the center? Yeah. Those are conditions which we all follow even if we are staying at home actually.
Okay.
Surrendered is just seva, that they are going to be there so that when we go to the center, they are teaching us meditation. One-on-one, they teach everybody. They are reading out the Murli every day. They are going all over doing seva. So it's seva. So they have chosen to do that. So
And
mostly,
that seva gives purity according to you? Is that why it's different from the others जो घर में रहते हैं, those who may not do those
see,
do's
at the
and
Brahma
don'ts?
Kumaris,
Huh.
anyone who says I'm part of Brahma Kumaris, they follow all this whether they're staying at the center or at home.
Oh.
That's why it's very beautiful. I love so many things over here. Like everything, now I love everything, but initially also I could see that my mother was living exactly how the center of the sister was living. If she woke up at 4 o'clock, she also woke up at 4 o'clock. So the beautiful thing is there's no difference between the one who's staying at home or the one who's staying in the center. Everybody is a student.
Pardon me for asking this, but doesn't it cause conflict in families? Because
It does.
It does.
Yes, it does. It does initially till they understand it.
Did your in-laws
Yeah.
understand it? Were they conflicted? Ki,
No. So when I was engaged, there was 1 year of engagement. So during that 1 year, I went to Mount Abu, and it just clicked with me. It just clicked, and I was like, I don't want to get married. That was my first reaction. Now I don't want to get married. And my mother is like, this is no game that's going on. Now I want to get and now I don't want to get. I said, no, now I don't want to get married. Because it just came something that I couldn't understand like for 3-4 years when she was taking me. Not that anybody explained anything. It was just nothing. I can't describe it. It just happened. Suddenly I understood everything. Suddenly I said, everything is perfect for me now over here. So then I spoke to my fiancé and he said, it's okay. We will live like this.
and you adopted celibacy.
Yeah, right from day one. And now it's been 27 years.
Your husband is also part of the...
Gradually. He was not that time.
He's a Hindu
Yes.
and he's a practicing Hindu.
See,
Or he was just born
We are
into...
all Hindus.
No, what I mean to say is some are born into the Hindu faith, but
Yeah.
they may not be practicing Hindus, right?
See, practicing means what? Means puja, part, ritual. Yes, of course he was.
Okay.
And nobody stops us from doing that even today. It's just that we understand the meaning behind it more.
Okay.
We understand what we are doing. So I was practicing Hindu at home. I was in a Christian school. I was in a convent. So I was practicing that over there. So we would have Bible reading in the morning in school. We would say the Christian prayer in school. So my 12 years I've been in a Christian school. It was so ingrained into my system. And at home we were doing puja, part. But I realized that we were doing, but internalizing it and understanding the meaning and about inculcating it into my personal life and changing my sanskars is not what I was doing.
But some of it doesn't go. Like I went to a Fauji school and nationalism, patriotism is... it's part of your
Of course.
thing. It doesn't go. It won't go. At any point of life, if I have to choose a step which would be against,
Of course.
I will not choose it.
Yes, yes,
It's part
not
of
at
my
all.
training. It's part of my demeanor.
Right.
I will never be able to.
Right.
वो जो 10-12 साल जो आप स्कूल में बिताते हो, it
100%.
becomes a part of your nature, right? And I guess a part of me doesn't want to shed it also.
Yeah, no, because we're very comfortable and we like it.
Yeah.
It's part of our sanskar. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I've studied Christianity. I've studied how much Hinduism I'd learned at home. But with spiritual principles, now I understand the meaning of it all.
Okay.
So that is what spirituality does. Spirituality only simplifies it and helps us to understand in our normal vocabulary how we have to change our sanskars.
I like how you keep touching.
Because it's here.
It's here.
Yeah.
Explain to me what you wear. You wear a white sari. Most Brahma Kumaris are in white saris. I've seen some in kurtas, white kurtas. And why white and why this outfit?
The ones who stay at home, they wear all normal colored clothes. The ones who are staying at the center, it's a dress code. basically. It's also simplicity. If at the center every sister was wearing like anything and everything, then that doesn't create that purity and that uniformity which you want at the center. So it is only sisters and brothers who are staying at the center who follow the dress code of wearing a white. The ones who are staying at home, they wear all their normal colored clothes. Most of them like to wear white, so they wear it white when they come to the center in the morning. Rest of the day, they are in their colored clothes.
Who decided कि सफ़ेद होना चाहिए? Because in most places they're wearing the kesariya rang. Most Hindu sects, cults, whatever you want to call
I think
that.
white is for purity.
Purity.
White is for simplicity. White doesn't absorb. White reflects. So white doesn't absorb vibrations of other people.
Why do you not absorb? There could be positive vibrations too, right?
There could be. I'm just saying that white doesn't. White doesn't. Agar aap dekho, that's why when someone leaves the body, everybody wears white.
In India, yes.
Yeah. Why? The reason is there's pain everywhere. And so don't absorb that pain. That's the reason where white is worn.
Okay.
So white doesn't absorb, black absorbs.
Is there a code by which you have to live by? कि ये आपने करना है. Why vegetarianism? Why celibacy? Why white? मतलब ये codes होते हैं आपके लिए?
No, it's not a code. It is explained, and we choose when to do it and how much to do it. Everyone chooses. Everyone.
Why vegetarianism?
Vegetarianism, basic. Sattvic an. Jaisa an, vaisa man hai. So the food, the vibrations of the food will influence the state of mind of the person. So the non-vegetarian food vibrations, what would it be in a slaughterhouse? One, it's death. Before death, there is fear, aggression, helplessness, pain, violence, and then death. So that's tamasic bhojan, no? It has proteins. It may be good for physical health, though now even doctors say it's not. But vibrational wise, it's the lowest energy that I can consume.
So if somebody comes for your satsang and they have consumed tamasic bhojan,
Oh, they all come.
will they be able to absorb your teachings?
Yes, of course. Today, so many are absorbing just sitting at home, watching from television. है ना? But when they start and they want to start taking their energy higher, which means you want to raise your vibrations, this will help. So it's not over there, you have to do this. It's not you have to. It's like a doctor. You go to a doctor, the doctor will give you the medicine. So that medicine is the Gyan. Then the doctor will say, you know what, take care. Don't do this, do this. So those are like parhez. परहेज बताएंगे ना डॉक्टर, आप ऐसे नहीं करो. नाउ इट्स अप टू द पेशेंट ना.
Okay,
कि वो कितने कर सकते हैं, कितने नहीं कर सकते हैं. या बट जितने करेंगे दे विल हील फास्टर.
That's also true.
So it is that way.
See, remember when we were talking about how your grandparents had heard, and इसलिए they said कि नहीं, या तो तुम इस तरफ जाओ या ये path लो. There is no mingling of the two, right? So this is what happens when it comes to when people talk about Brahma Kumaris. नहीं फिर तुमको ये करना पड़ेगा. As compared to say going to Sadguru or Shri Shri Ravi Shankar, आप उनके टीचिंग्स फॉलो भी कर सकते हैं और अपनी ज़िंदगी भी जी सकते हैं. लेकिन अगर आप ब्रह्म कुमारी हो जाओगे तो आपकी बेटी या आपका बेटा जो है वो फैमिली लाइफ से अलग हो जाएगा. अ वुमन विल स्टॉप हैविंग वात्सल्य सेंटिमेंट्स. वो अपने बच्चों की तरफ वैसे नहीं देखेगी. शी लुक एट यू एज अ ह्यूमन, नॉट सो मच एज अ चाइल्ड. डज दैट हैपन?
We should call some of them to ask them what their experiences are.
Okay.
See, lust, yes, becomes an issue. That becomes an issue. It becomes an issue in every family when one of the family members starts coming. Some of them don't adopt celibacy, and that's also fine. Again, I'm saying it's not you have to. You don't have to. You're taught. It's up to... we are making it such a big issue today, though we know it from every religion. What does Srimad Bhagavad Gita say? काम विकार नर्क का द्वार है. See, we have read our scriptures, we have studied our scriptures. Question is, how much of it did we bring into our daily life?
But Shivani ji, excuse me for interrupting, but शास्त्रों में ये भी लिखा है कि पहले आप ब्रह्मचारी होंगे, फिर आप गृहस्थ होंगे, उसके बाद वानप्रस्थ होंगे, फिर आफ्टर दैट संन्यास. So every stage of life they have told you that you need to go through these to understand the value of what you're going into and what you have experienced.
Right.
एक टाइम पीरियड होता है जब आप गृहस्थ जीवन, तो उसमें आप काम होगा, you know, you
गृहस्थ
go to
आश्रम भी तो है ना शास्त्रों में,
हाँ करेक्ट,
गृहस्थ आश्रम भी है।
हाँ।
तो गृहस्थ आश्रम क्या होगा?
कि आप अपने ड्यूटीज निभाएंगे टुवर्ड्स
आश्रम।
आश्रम doesn't
आज
mean
गृहस्थ
cutting away.
आश्रम नहीं है ना, आज गृहस्थ कैसे हो गया है? See, anything that brings your energy down. The only difference is, earlier we said, if we want to practice celibacy, we have to leave home and go.
हाँ,
है ना? So that nobody had any problem with that. कि घर छोड़ के जाओ, आप दूर जाकर रहो, आश्रम में रहो, जंगल में रहो, पहाड़ों में रहो, and फिर आप इसको कर सकते हैं. But then everybody can't do that. Everybody can't leave home and go. And also it was believed that you will not be able to do it living at home.
correct. Which is why Siddharth Buddha wala,
Yeah.
he left
but
home.
But then actually everyone who's doing it here finds it very easy. इतना natural लगता है. कुछ भी नहीं है. Once you understand I'm a soul, this is my body. Lust is not a need of the body. Lust is just a thought in the mind. And today if you see all the vices that are there, all the problems that are there on the planet are from these 5 vices. Because the
Kam,
vices,
krodh, moh, lobh.
lobh, moh, ahankar.
Ahankar.
5. Whether it's corruption, whether it's terrorism, whether it's everything to do with lust, we are seeing. It is from these 5 vices. Unless we overcome these 5 vices, we cannot change Bharat. We cannot change the world. Because these vices are only increasing. So like that cycle, सत्युग, त्रेता युग, द्वापर युग, कलयुग. So vices क्या चाहते जा रहे हैं? अति में जा रहे हैं. अभी घोर कलयुग.
We are in Ghor Kali Yuga now.
Yeah, don't you think so? We are waging wars in the name of religion, that religion which came to unite us. That religion was supposed to unite us. What are we doing in the name of religion?
Hasn't it always been there? Generations, kingdoms
Generations, yes, but we are talking of 2 yugas. When religion started, which means when the prophets gave us that religion, that knowledge, that wisdom, it was for our purity, for our peace, for compassion, forgiveness, unity.
But even in Treta Yuga there were wars. Even in Dwarpa, no?
That's then again. See, we have to understand. Satyug, Treta Yuga, when there are Devi Devtas, there cannot be any Asur. It is a perfect world. From Dwapar Yuga, to explain it to everybody, the win of truth over evil, the good over evil. So then we explain that yes, there is a Devi Devta and there is an Asur. But actually what are we teaching? We are saying we have divinity also and we have our vices also. And if I let my divinity overpower my vices, then I will invoke that divinity within. So it is to teach us. कि बेटा होना चाहिए तो कैसा होना चाहिए, पत्नी होनी चाहिए तो कैसी होनी चाहिए. तो हमने कहा सीता जी जैसी होनी चाहिए, श्री राम जैसा होना चाहिए, लक्ष्मण जैसा भाई होना चाहिए, भरत जैसा. So what were being taught? We were being taught sanskars. We were being taught to be divine like them. Right? So that divinity is what we were being taught. But Satyug, Treta Yug में only Devi Devtas. Dwapar Yug से when vices started. So the war is actually between the good and the evil sanskar. And now the time is Ghor Kalyug. But Ghor Kalyug के बाद क्या आएगा? अब क्या आएगा घोर कलयुग के बाद?
You tell me.
आप बताइए, रात के बाद क्या आता है? रात के बाद क्या आएगा?
Dawn.
Yeah. So that is why the Prime Minister said that day, Ram Rajya अब आना है. अमृत काल चल रहा है.
तो अमृत काल राम राज्य के लिए हम वेट करें या कुछ करें उसके लिए?
You think it will come on its own?
That's what I asked.
It cannot, right? Nothing can. Who created this Kalyug? We created this Kalyug. How did we create it? With all our vices. How will we create Satyug? With our purity. With our purity. With these vices, Satyug does not get created. This Satyug, these vices, you see what all is happening in society with vices. People, girls are not safe in their own homes. Children are not safe in their own homes. Is this called progress of the country or the world? Is this progress? पहले हम पड़ोसी के घर में भी सेफ थे. आज हम अपने घर में सेफ नहीं है. Is this progress? This is not progress. Outer progress. आंतरिक depletion.
How is that going to change, Shivani ji, in the sense that when you're talking about it, right now the country is very shaken, like it was in 2012. I'm not saying that rapes have not happened between 2012 and 2024. I'm not saying violent crime hasn't happened between 2012 and 2024. But there are incidents in a nation which shake the very core, Atman.
Yes.
It shakes all of us. We as daughters, we as mothers, we as sisters, part of family, you may not, whatever, you're born into families, it's shaken all of us. And not just women, it's shaken men.
Everybody.
Right?
Yes.
A man is born to a woman. So how there is a connection all the time, whether you are a single child or whatever, it's shaken everybody. It's shaken parents to be.
Yes.
It's shaken all of us. How do we change what is happening? You can't just think laws are going to change it. What's going to happen? How?
Exactly. That's what I've been talking about this whole month. I said, if we are shaken, then we better shake ourselves to change so that something like this doesn't happen again. What happens to the human mind is an influence of the vibration. It's an influence of the vibration. If you enter into a place of worship or a meditation center, you will suddenly feel a sense of calm and peace because that's the vibration that's created in that place. How was that vibration created? By all the people going into that place, praying, chanting, meditating. It creates a vibration. I can walk into that place stressed and suddenly I'll feel very peaceful and calm because of the vibration. Similarly, the planet has a vibration. The country has a vibration. Who's creating the vibration of the world? We are creating the vibration of the world. If we had to create a vibration of purity, peace, unity, harmony, people's minds would get influenced. But there is so much lust on human minds today. If everybody today listening here says that they are shaken by what happened, what are you going to do for it? What is your contribution that something like this doesn't happen again? Because what happens, we say that person was the criminal. We will put our finger on somebody. Yes, agreed. What he did, we don't want to discuss about that. Question is, you and me, what are we doing so that crime not just comes down, but it just finishes and never happens again? Simple contribution. Remove lust from your minds. Stop consuming content based on lust. Everybody is consuming content which is lust-based, which is violence-based, which is terror-based. How do you expect to create purity and peace in the world? How is it going to happen? Crime is not only when it's physical. Crime is even if you're just creating it in your mind. Because I am creating lustful vibrations in my mind. I'm watching those kind of movies. I'm watching those kind of content. I'm consuming that content. I'm radiating that vibration into the air. It's influencing human minds to the extent that for some people it will not just be there in their mind, it will come into words. And for some people it will come into their behaviors.
And then action.
So whether it is a road rage, whether it is a terror attack, whether there is this, it's all from those 5 vices. So I cannot change that person, right? I cannot change you. I cannot change anybody else. But I can change myself. Am I ready to contribute? Is it enough? That's why we are saying after 2012, again, why 2024? What did we change in 2012? Nothing. We came together. We were all shaken. We prayed for her. We meditated. We had candlelight march. And after a few days, we went back to being the same people. Again, consuming pornographic content. Forwarding those kind of messages to each other. What did we change? It's only increased. It's only increased from 2012 to 2024. We are vibrating lust into the air. We are vibrating terror into the air. If anybody wants to do something today, at least do this one thing. I will not consume any content which has even a slightest trace of lust or anger. And I contribute to radiating purity. Forget celibacy. वो छोड़ दो. We are not talking about that. At least you can stop this. आप इतना कर सकते हैं. It will be your contribution. We can't just sit back and say they will change the world. Who's going to do it? We created the world and we will change it. It's not any one segment of society cannot change the country or the world. We cannot point fingers. What is our contribution? पूरा दिन हम फ़ोन और टीवी के साथ ऐसे 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 करते जा रहे हैं. Are you ready to take this personal responsibility? नहीं, हम कुछ नहीं कर रहे हैं. Again you see, next week everybody will be back to doing the same thing. And again consuming more content, again radiating more lust into the air.
So you can't be insulated from watching content and living your life. It is going to impact, is what you're saying.
Content is emotional diet. What you watch, read, listen is what you become. It's 100% certain. Anybody can just change their content and within 2 months they will find themselves a new person. So content is what I watch, read, listen. Whether it's content right from media, whether it's information, what I'm talking, what I'm listening, for anything that's going inside. That's my mind nutrition. That will create my consciousness. That will create my thoughts. That will create my feelings. That will come into my words and behavior. So why can I not commit this much today? Can I not do this for that young girl? Can I not do this much? Is it just easy to say, how could that man do that? What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's come together and say this. That today I say. Because as a consumer, when we stop consuming this content, creators will stop creating it. But we go on consuming that kind of content. The creator goes on even more like, what should I now create so that the whole world is going to consume it? So it is the consumer's karma responsibility. We are all responsible for what's happening in the country and the world.
Young parents are also very shaken. One, those who already have children, worried about them. Those who want to be. You've spoken about Garbh Sanskar. Can you please tell us at this stage if there are women who want to have babies, who want to procreate, what they should do, how they should lead their lives, and as young mothers, what should people do?
First, as young girls before they get married. Right?
Yes.
In cities that you and me are living, having alcohol, smoking, other substance abuse in colleges and after that has started becoming normal. What influence will this have on the child? Are we taking moral responsibility of this? No, we're not even thinking of that. Then we get married. We're still partying, we're still socializing, and we're still consuming those substances. Will that not be there in the trace of my body? Will it not be there in my blood? Is this my right karma? No. Then one day I come to know that I'm expecting a child. What am I changing after that? The doctor says, okay, 9 months, you should not drink, you should not smoke. I have seen mothers sitting across a gynecologist and saying, but ma'am, next month is New Year, even that day I will not drink. I have seen it. So okay, chalo, forget alcohol, substances. What are we consuming in terms of what we are watching, reading, listening? Those 9 months, remember when you were in the womb of your mother, 9 months, your mother would have read only positive content, had Devi Devta's photos there and
but then
said,
that's what they were taught and they didn't think differently.
they were
didn't
taught
do
because
things.
what they watch, read, listen will influence what they think, and what they think will influence the soul in the womb of the mother. In your body at that time, there are 2 souls. When we keep going and getting the ultrasound done, we are only seeing the formation of the body in 9 months. The body will take those 9 months. The soul just enters the body. The soul leaves one costume. There is death somewhere. There will be death somewhere. The soul will leave the costume, enter the womb of the mother. So you, the soul, and that soul, there are 2 souls in the body for those months. And that's why the mother goes through emotional upheavals, emotional
So the mother
turbulence.
has only created a body, not the soul.
No, soul cannot be created. That's energy. Energy cannot be created. Energy cannot be destroyed. So when there is death, it is just the body which is finished. See, when a doctor is taking somebody in for a surgery, they will tell the nurse, sister so-and-so ko and Mr. so-and-so ko andar lekar ja. Suppose it doesn't work. The doctor will say, sister, body ko bahar lekar ja. अभी पहले क्या बोला था? Mr. so-and-so को अंदर लेकर जा. अभी क्या बोला? Body को बाहर लेकर जा. The family will come. Yesterday what were they saying? डॉक्टर साहब हमारे पापा को ठीक कर दो, हमारी मम्मी को ठीक कर दो. Now they're saying, डॉक्टर साहब हम बॉडी को घर कब लेके जा सकते हैं? तो अभी वो बॉडी है. So मेरा जिसके साथ रिश्ता था, that soul has left. So the body is matter. Matter was created, matter destroyed. And over there also, in the womb, matter is getting created, energy will just enter into the womb of the mother, and that's when you will start feeling that first movement, that heartbeat. All those things will start after the soul has entered. So the soul is coming with their own sanskars and karma. So now, right now, I'm here. If I leave this costume, everything else will be left behind, but my sanskars and karma go with me. So you have children?
Yes.
Two?
Yes.
Okay. Are they both similar?
Yes.
No. Sanskar-wise, both
No.
identical? No. So don't you ever think that we as parents are same? Everything we've given to them same? Then why is it that my two children are so different? Because two children are only two roles that they're playing now. They're two souls who have come from two different backgrounds. So they will come with two completely different set of sanskars.
Okay, that's a little scary.
No, it's not.
That I had nothing, no role to play in their character building.
You had after they were there in your womb. But before that, they're coming. So like right now, if you leave the costume, you will leave with your sanskars. So we have 5 set of sanskars. So when I, the soul, enter the womb of the mother, I'm coming with my past sanskars and karma. And that's why within a couple of months, you must have got the Janam Patri made of the child.
No.
Okay. Most families get
Most
it made.
families, yeah.
How do they know the destiny of the child within a few days? The child has not even done any karma. It's the Janam Patri of the soul, because they have done so many sanskars and karma and have come. Then the second set of sanskars is during those few months when that soul is in the womb of the mother. That's called Garabh Sanskar, which means what you are thinking, what you are feeling. You means both parents, but mother more, because you are in the same costume, that's all. So what you are eating, what you are drinking, what is your vocabulary, what music you're listening to, what movies you're watching, everything that soul is absorbing inside. And that's why if you check during your 2 pregnancies, if family situations or your life, something was different in those 2 pregnancies, you will see a reflection of that in your 2 children.
Correct.
You will see it. That is called Garabh Sanskar. So suppose a mother was going through some painful feelings, suppose there was financial crisis. Sometimes the first pregnancy, it's a young first time pregnancy, anxiety, it is new profession, not yet settled. It's a very different scenario of the mother. That influences the child. By the next time, it's a different scenario. So this is Garabh Sanskar. Now, earlier when you and me were in the womb, the mothers were taught to watch healthy, listen healthy, be very easy. Everybody was taught, isko khush rakhna, because they were creating emotional, powerful sanskars. Now, most of us are working.
Yeah.
And which is fine. It's not about the working. But along with the work, we said stress is normal, jealousy is normal, comparison and competition is normal, and then came content. So content consumption is normal. So that is what is affecting the children. So now we have hyperactivity, ADHD, so many issues. जैसे अरे आजकल के बच्चे इतने हाइपर क्यों हैं? क्यों नहीं हाइपर होंगे? आप हाइपर थे when they were in the womb. So वो हाइपर ही होंगे. So Garabh Sanskar means emotional health of the child. In Bharat, it's spiritually Garabh Sanskar. In the West, it's called prenatal, perinatal psychology. It's called womb psychology. It's called birthing psychology. So it's sanskars. If today any mother, and we have a project on Divine Garabh Sanskar, if a mother takes care during those 9 months, no consuming any content of that quality. No months, no. Not at all. No consuming any content which is a lower energy. No eating out. Eating out because
the
again
vibration.
vibrations. Yes.
Huh.
See, basically eating out, when you buy food, it has been cooked with the intention of money and profit. It has not been cooked with the intention of nurturing and health. It is their business, and business is fine. It's their business. But do you want to give your child food that is cooked for business? Or you want to give your child food that has been cooked with love and blessings? That is creating emotional health.
Aren't both foods cooked to make the person eating happy? No?
Food is for health. And it gives health to the body, and it gives health to the mind. The vibration with which the food has been cooked, the state of mind with which the food has been cooked. See why you will travel all over the world and then you will come back and say, वो मेरी मम्मी जिस तरह से बनाती है ना वो बड़ा tasty लगता है. It's not that our mothers are the best chefs in the world. No, not at all. But that mother's energy is a different vibration in that food. So there are 3 types of food. Prasad, which means cooked in the remembrance of God. So अभी मंदिर, मस्जिद, गुरुद्वारे, आश्रम में खाना कैसे बनता है? सेवा भाव, परमात्मा की याद, bhajan chal rahe hain, mantra chal rahe hain, high energy environment, peaceful. That's one environment. Second, at home. So earlier at homes also, it was cooked like as if it's being cooked in the mandir only. नहा धो के, सफाई करके, नंगे पाँव जाकर, भगवान को याद करके फिर वैसा खाना बनाते थे. आजकल थोड़ा कम करते हैं वैसा. आजकल यहाँ वो कान में लगा लेते हैं. They are chatting with somebody or they are listening to movie songs. So that's not the way to cook food. It is going to increase your stress, anxiety, worry, everything in your house. So just start cooking at home like you would cook in a place of worship. So cook prasad at home. And if you're cooking for family, it should not be out of attachment. Like what you said that time, that those who come here, do they become very cold and indifferent and they say, ye mera bachcha nahi hai. We don't become cold and indifferent. We become powerful. We become powerful because we shift. We're no more attached to our family. We're not attached because we understand attachment is a weakness. It's kam, krodh, lobh, moho, ahankar. So moho is a vice. We shift from attachment to love.
See, this is where I lose
See, मैं आपको simple बताती हूँ. Simple experiment.
How does one not have more towards, more towards the parents, more towards
If I understand what moho means then, and I understand what love means, they're two words. Which one do you want to choose, attachment or love?
I think both are connected, no?
Both are opposites. They are like day and night. Attachment is a depleter. Love is an energizer. What is attachment? Two children are born joined. कई बार बच्चे पैदा होते हैं ना जुड़े हुए. Is life comfortable?
No.
No. They have to sit together, stand together, sleep together. No, then we operate them. This is called detachment. Now one can sit, the other one can stand. Similarly, moho attachment means my mind is attached to your mind, which means my mind is dependent on your mind. Now, if you are upset, I will also feel low.
Yeah.
Now, suppose your child is feeling low today, but for whatever reason, how would you be?
I would be sad too.
Okay. Now, this is your child on the left hand. This is you on the right hand. Your child is feeling low. That means, let's say, gone a little lower in energy. What do you think is your role right now as a parent?
To uplift that child.
But if you are sad, then how will you do it?
I will pull myself out of that sadness level.
Then you have detached yourself. Oh. Now you are detached from that vibration. That means you are untouched by the child's lower energy and you're going to a higher energy. This is detachment. Attachment means be, wo dukhi hai to main bhi dukhi hu. वो दर्द में है. This is attachment, which means you and me are at the same vibration. Now what you said, I will pull myself up. This is detachment.
To pull him out
That's
also.
all, but that is what's going to happen. वो होने ही वाला है अपने आप. When you raise your energy and you become powerful, you become calm, you are creating very pure thoughts for that situation which your child is going through. Your vibrations will radiate to your child. That is the power to empower. That is love. This is love. This was attachment. आप रो रहे हो तो मैं भी रो रही हूँ. आप दुखी हो तो मैं भी दुखी हूँ is attachment. आपने ऐसे बोला तो मुझे बुरा लगा. This is attachment. आपने ऐसे बोला, I understand your sanskar, your state of mind right now. I radiate blessings to you. This is detachment.
Oh, that's very hard.
It's very easy. Soul strengthening. It's very easy. Because if you say that the day my child is feeling low, I will suddenly uplift myself, you won't be able to do it that day. You cannot. It's like you cannot suddenly strengthen yourself on the day there is disease. You have to strengthen yourself on a daily basis. No, physically you will do it daily.
So if I don't do that, like for example, let's go back to the case of, let's talk, say, an international issue instead of always talking about what happened in the Israel-Palestinian conflict, when that thing happened in October, right? If I don't have compassion, if I don't understand what is happening with the situation that the Israelis, what they went through, where their women were taken, raped, mass murders happened. If I don't feel compassion and energy towards those Palestinians whose hospitals are being bombed and those children, how can I not empathize? I mean, if I'm in a sense
compassion, empathy is higher energy, hatred, aggression, fear is a lower energy.
Don't they go together at times?
Higher and lower cannot. It's like health and disease cannot go together. If I'm creating hatred, I'm creating hatred right now. So let's say, again, what happened in the country a few days back. Protest is fine, but what are we doing to radiate peace to the soul who's moved forward on the journey? So at the Brahma Kumaris, what we do is, whenever there's anything that's happening, national, international, city, we focused meditation for them. Focused. We sit all together, not even just individually. We sit all, we do what has to be done, like in a natural calamity, we will go out, we will do. That's physical seva. That's what you're in the doing. In the being, not hatred. Because then I will add to the hatred in the air. Not fear. Then I will add to the lower energy in the air. Meditate, radiate peace. Meditate, radiate power. Meditate, radiate compassion.
How? You're sitting in Delhi. That case happened in Kolkata. I'm sitting in Delhi. That happened in Israel.
You're radiating it to the souls there. Vibration is not bound by time and space. It's just air. It's just radiates. It's your energy. Think of your child right now. The child will catch your energy there.
How? You're a science student. Tell me how.
Energy, vibration. Vibration just travels. You do one thing. Experiment with one thing. If you have a little undercurrent in any relationship, anybody. Let's say you had an issue today with somebody at work. You're very good friends with them, but आज कुछ बात हो गई ऐसे today. Now normal emotion will be उसने ऐसे किया. That person will also say, मैम ने मुझे गुस्सा कर दिया, ये कर दिया. And you will go home, she or he will go home, but you both are creating that same energy of unrest. Now the more both of you are creating, the more it's going to increase on both the minds. Now if one out of the two just changes her energy. And so what I would do is, I would just sit back and I say, emerge that soul and I say, I'm really sorry for how I behaved with you. And now I send you a lot of love and blessings. Let's just forget everything that happened. I don't need to talk about it every time.
Even if I'm wronged, I have to apologize through my mind.
Yes, of course. Because I'm going to settle that, finish that conflict that get created. I may be wrong, but something that I did hurt you. So sometimes I'm right in what I did, but for the other person, it still hurt that person. So I said, you know what, I don't still agree with what you wanted me to do, but I'm sorry that what I did hurt you. So I don't want to be the cause of your pain. And you just experiment this. Don't say anything. Don't write also. Just create those thoughts. And next morning, she and you will be different.
Sometimes being right, you get into trouble. Is it okay to continue on that right, taking those right paths, saying the right things, but at the wrong time, and causing agony as a result of that, but staying with your principles? I'm saying this because, for example, what happened with, say, Kangana Ranaut. Now, many of the reporters, many of the politicians say that, but what she said is, part of it is something that happened. Now, it's subject to interpretation. But another lot say that she shoots her mouth. She says things when it should not be said. So the opportune moment should have been taken. It is not politically right to say it. Others say that, look how brave she is. She says the right thing regardless of the consequences. What is the right thing?
What everyone will say will depend on their sanskar. And that's why every situation will be perceived differently by every person. Every person will also be perceived differently by everybody. How I will perceive you will be through my sanskars. It's like even your sari. Go and ask 10 people how they like your sari. Everybody will have a different opinion. You bought it because you liked it. Everybody else will have a different opinion depending on their choices, their tastes. Similarly, everybody will have a different opinion about me. But then I'm not living my life as to about what people's opinion about me are. I should live my life by what is my right karma. Right karma doesn't just mean just saying, I don't know what has happened, so I don't know what the news is about. I'm saying right karma is not about just saying what is right. It is about, is that saying benefiting? Is that saying uplifting? Is that saying creating a transformation, a reformation? Then it's right. So the right karma would be the what gets the right result. Right? It should get the right result. And most important, said in the right way. The vocabulary should be uplifting. The vocabulary should never pull anybody down. So even if I say the right thing, so let's say I want to say something right to you, but my vocabulary is not right in the way I'm talking to you. I'm criticizing you and saying it. I'm
Shiv-
demeaning you and saying it, then it's not my right karma. It doesn't matter what everybody else thinks about it. It's just not right, my right karma.
Shivani, when you talk about vocabulary, the way of speaking, when you speak, there is a calmness, there is a steadiness in the way you speak. I may not have that, and certainly a person who doesn't have the benefits of education or a peaceful, calm family life, they may not have it. Somebody who has seen conflict, may have been a caste conflict, a class conflict. उनकी ज़ुबान इतनी लेवल नहीं होगी, right?
It's not about level. It's not about level. It's about सम्मान. It's about respect. And अगर नहीं है, मेरी भी नहीं थी. I was not speaking like this, how I'm speaking now today. But then that's why we're here to learn. So if there is something I don't have, then I should learn that. And it's actually not in the way of speaking. We really never practice on the way of speaking. Our practice is all on the way of thinking. But when my way of thinking will change, so I don't have to practice respectful in speaking. I need to practice being respectful in my thinking about you. So spirituality will teach me, I just can't come to you and talk nice to you. So if I'm talking nice to you, I'll say, oh good, I was nice to her. But if I was creating thoughts about you, why is she saying this, why is she doing this, I will have to go home and check my karma. And I will say, how did I even think like this? And then I change my thought. So spirituality is working on the spirit, the soul. We're not working on words and behavior. Working on every thought. Every thought should be a high vibrational thought. Words and actions will automatically be taken care of.
I met with an activist who was very aggressive in speech, and I asked him why. Why won't you have lesser followers? An activist turned politician. I said, won't you have lesser people coming to you? Why do you need to be so rude and aggressive? And his reaction was that I need it because if I'm not aggressive, I will not be able to bring change. ये काम वगैरह जो आप बात करती हैं ना, ये आपका privileged background है, उसकी वजह से आप में वो calmness है. You are okay with evolutionary changes which will come over time. I am a person who comes from a kind of society which has been subjugated, which has been crushed. और जब तक हम aggressively grab नहीं करेंगे, हम वेट नहीं कर सकते. हमने बहुत इंतजार कर लिया. Tell me now.
I will not talk about their sanskar and their perception. See again, every soul will have different sanskar, different perception. We only have to see what is the result.
Would you see it as a baser, lower energy? What do you say?
What does it do to your energy? That is the way of checking. What does it do to your energy? What does it do to other people's energy? And what does it do to the vibrational energy? That's the way of checking karma. What is it doing to my energy? So if I shout at you and speak right now, immediately I'm depleting my energy because it's not just my volume. See, when I'm going to shout, my words and intentions will also change, right? So I'm immediately depleting my energy. Those words are not going to be nice for you. My energy is not going to be nice for you because it's a very negative, critical energy that I'm throwing at you. It's going to deplete you. It's going to deplete this air. So I don't call that right karma for myself. For myself.
Okay, let's go to that, what you were talking about, the food. And so I've seen my few interactions with Brahma Kumari. आप लोग सिर्फ like बाहर नहीं खाएंगे. You will not eat in a restaurant. You will not eat outside. It's only the food that you cook. Do you think that outside food is polluted?
No, it's not polluted. It's just that it's cooked for profit, one. And second, it's cooked in a very hurried environment. Third, I don't know who's cooked it.
Why? How does it matter?
It matters. Today you cook, go home today, and in a very tensed state cook for your children. And very soon, within a couple of hours, you will see them, their mind will change. So if I am on a journey, this is not for everybody, but if I'm on a journey where I'm moving upwards, I want to move upwards, then I automatically remove the things which are going to take me down. So today morning I'm sitting, I'm meditating, I'm saying I'm peaceful, I'm calm, I want to move up. And then I just go and have one breakfast which someone has cooked with worry or with stress. I will go 2 steps down. That is jaisa an vaisa man. Jaisa an, vaisa man is working always. It's just that we're not aware of it, so we don't look at the changes. I can make out immediately now. Even where I'm eating on the daily basis, I will go inside and say, आज आपका mood ठीक नहीं है? He said, क्यों अच्छा नहीं बना था? I said, अच्छा तो बना था, but vibration different थी. आपका mood ठीक नहीं है, क्या बात हुई? Come on, resolve what's on your mind before you cook the next meal.
What do you eat? You said sattvic bhojan. What is
Normal food, but without onion garlic.
Why tamasic?
Tamasic. So like you would eat in Navratri without onion garlic.
Okay.
So why do you eat that in Navratri? Because you're invoking divinity. You're invoking the Shakti. So what you would do for 9 days, even celibacy is during Navratri.
Okay.
Even sattvic food is during Navratri. And fasting. So fasting actually means fasting over negativity, fasting over vices. Vrat matlab vritti ko badalna, attitudes ko change karna. So just Navratri for 9 days for us for a lifetime.
Is it difficult?
Very simple. I couldn't want to live another way. It's simple. I haven't eaten out for 27 years.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So when you travel abroad, what do you do?
So we go to the centers, we eat, or many of the students also don't eat out. It's not only the center sisters. We carry with us, we have our little those, small electric, kya bolte hain usko, small cookers. We have our own suitcase which has only all this khana banane ki cheez hai. हमें बड़ा मजा आता है.
So you take pulses, rice,
everything, whatever we have to take.
आपको रोकते नहीं है customs immigration?
नहीं, अभी I to go to the centers now, नहीं रोकते हैं. We cook in the hotel. We've all learned how to do all these things.
Okay.
But we will not eat out. मतलब it's like how a strict vegetarian will not eat non-veg ना. Similarly like that we'll not
तो
eat
आप
out.
what do you do? आप पहले prayer करते हैं, फिर खाना बनाते हैं?
पहले खाना बनाते हैं, उसके बाद सारा खाना लेते हैं एक प्लेट के अंदर और उसके साथ focus 10 minutes और meditation करते हैं. And then go back and add that to the food.
The energy.
Yeah, the meditation. You actually so that if I'm cooking for 1 hour, I might not always be in my perfect state for 1 hour. ना मेरे को कोई thought आ जाएगी, अच्छा आज इनसे मिलने जाना है, आज ये करना है. Some more random thoughts बीच में आ जाएगी. So then focus 10 minutes meditation after all the food is ready. And then once it comes onto the plate on the table, then again 2 minutes of silence, again meditate and then start eating and no screens while eating.
I hope people are listening to
no
this.
Screens while eating to should be for everybody. I think everyone can do that. Because if they
distraction.
Not distraction, words. Those words are going into your food.
Oh.
If you're watching something, see what children are doing today. Parents are giving them screens because it's easier to eat. No, अभी हमारे parents जितनी मेहनत नहीं करते वो खाना खिलाने में, it takes time.
पीछे दौड़ो
वो करना नहीं पड़ता. To you switch on. Even if you switch on a cartoon film for a kid, it's violence. So your child is absorbing vibrations of violence while eating. And जैसा अन वैसा मन. Then don't say मेरा बच्चा ऐसा झगड़ा क्यों कर रहा है. आप 2 महीने you just change the way the child eats, you will find different.
And suppose you put on music.
Soothing
music.
Soothing. You can put on things which high energy words. Put high energy words while cooking, while eating. For us, in every rasoi, we have high energy words while the cooking is going on.
Such as?
Whatever everybody likes. Bhajan ho, mantra ho, pratna ho. For us, we have spiritual songs. For us, the morning Murli class, we play that again while cooking.
Okay.
The audio of that. So everybody can choose whatever they like, whatever their family likes, but put high energy words in the rasoi.
Earlier you talked about कि जब लेखराज जी, right? जब वो कह रहे थे कि सब कुछ खत्म होने वाला है, and then he realized that there's going to be something new that will come.
Yeah.
This is what I think when there used to be criticism about the Brahma Kumaris sect earlier,
yes.
It used to be said कि apocalypse होगा.
Yeah.
End of the world will happen and things like that. Have you shed that thought?
No, it's still the same. But it's not end of the world. They didn't understand it, those who were listening. It's end of the Kali Yugi way of living. It's end of Kali Yuga. But end of Kali Yuga means Satyug starts. It's not end of the world.
What will happen? Will there be a big bang? According to you, what will happen? How will Kali Yuga end? Achhe sanskar you said, but...
सब दिख रहा है ना अभी आजकल आसपास, how things will go through a transformation.
Spiraling down is what you're saying?
See, natural calamities, climate change will happen in a big way in the next few years. It is a big transformation that's going to happen. But it's not the world coming to an end. It's the world changing. But those 3 sakshatkar which Brahma Baba had, we are now seeing them sakshat happening in the world. Religion-based war. Nuclear missiles are all ready. And climate change. These are the 3 things that will clean the world.
He saw this happening.
Yeah.
And his thing is that you can't prevent it, you can't change it. It's something which will happen.
He just saw that sakshatkar. That's what I'm saying. He just saw it. And so now we are seeing it. So when I even came to the Brahma Kumaris, let's say 1995, 96, I said like, but the world seems perfect. कुछ ऐसा लग तो नहीं रहा कि कुछ होने वाला है ऐसा करके. But today we know, we can see it all there. Look at mental health issues on the rise.
Yes.
So this is only going to increase in the next few years.
Namaste, Jai Hind. You're watching ANI podcast with Smita Prakash.
अगर हम उसको मस्जिद कहेंगे तो फिर विवाद होगा.
The issue is टूटा है क्या भारत?
400 पार का मतलब ये है कि संविधान खतरे में है.
क्या हम लोग ये निर्देश देते हैं कि फला को गिरफ्तार करके जेल डाल दें?
वही तो कह रहे हैं सब.
ये बेबुनियाद निराधार आरोप.
सच्चा सुनना चाहो देखो स्मिता प्रकाश ANI. It does not lie.